In this video, I'm going to be discussing the Power 1000 by DJI. And when you hear the name DJI, you probably don't think of power stations. You probably think of drones, cameras, and microphones. But DJI has just entered this segment of power stations with the Power 1000 and the Power 500. And in this video, I'm going to be doing a thorough review on the Power 1000 to see if this is the right power station for you or not. And I'll also introduce you to a full line of accessories that DJI has for the Power 1000. Like these 6 100-watt solar panels by Cygnus. If you're gonna charge by solar, you're gonna need this adapter. And another adapter for your vehicle. And if you're on the go, this very nice travel bag. And on the back of the unit, there isn't much to see. So let's take a look at the front. Here we have an AC power button that can turn on and off those two AC 120 volt outlets that are at the top here. We also have two USB-A ports that max at 24 watts each and two USB-C ports that max out at 140 watts each. An AC input that's capable of charging at 1200 watts or 600 watts. We have two SDC ports, and you can see what these ports look like right here. Although these ports do a lot of things, they are unique in a sense of being able to fast charge your drones with intelligent batteries. Those come on the Air 3 and the Mavic 3. This is something unique to the DJI Power Station. The power button, you press and hold to turn it off, and press and hold to turn it on. This power station is extremely portable, weighing in at only 29.6 pounds. The overall dimensions are 9.5 by 17.5 by 9. And the Power 1000 is a pure sine wave inverter because I hooked it to an oscilloscope to verify it, and the sine wave is absolutely perfect. The Power 1000 also uses the latest and greatest in battery technology using the LFP, the lithium iron phosphate battery that gives you up to 10 years of service and still have almost 80% of capacity after 10 years. That means you can cycle this down and up for 10 years every day and still have 80% capacity on it. It does have an advanced battery management system, a BMS, that prevents the system from overcurrent, over voltage, and over discharge while keeping your device protected. And did I test those protections? Of course I did. The Power 1000 is equipped with a UPS function, an uninterrupted power supply that allows this to automatically switch from grid power to the power station in 20 milliseconds. How fast is 20 milliseconds? That is 1/50th of a second. And that's one of the fastest switch times that I've ever tested on a power station. And what does that actually mean for you? So if you're using this as a pass-through, you have this connected to the AC, and then you're using the AC out and the power goes out, it switches within 20 milliseconds. So if you have this connected to a internet router or a computer or a freezer or something of that sort, you're not gonna have any disruption in your power. You're gonna have automatic power supply. If the grid goes down, this will kick on, and then it will be pulling power from the batteries, and then when the grid kicks back on, it'll automatically switch back over to the grid, and you're using this as a battery backup with an automatic switch. I must admit that I'm impressed with the inverter on this from the output perspective, because this was able to output at 2,494 watts in my test and experienced no problems with it. It can run up to 2,600 watts for a short amount of time. It can peak out at 4,400 watts. I did a discharge all the way down to zero using 2,000 watts from the top to the bottom. I actually started out with 2,494 watts. That was the test I started at, ran it all the way down to zero. I balanced it out right around 2,000 watts and experienced absolutely no problem out of it. And the battery capacity is 1,024 watt hours. This is capable of fast charging, and what that means is you can go from 0 to 80% in about 50 minutes, from 0 to 100% in 70 minutes. That's if you're using the AC input. If you're using DC input from solar panels, that's gonna take you 80 minutes to go from 0 to 100%. And speaking of solar charging, you're gonna need this additional adapter so you can charge with solar. Now this box offers you 3 ports that you can add in 3 different solar panels using an XT60 plug. You're gonna need 2 of these if you wanna max out the charging capabilities. In my test, I had 6 100-watt panels that come with my kit, And I've tested one individually at 93 watts when it was setting at the angle. And then I laid it flat and I got 77 watts. So make sure that you're setting these on the legs that are provided with these solar panels. And here you can see that it does not have the MC4 connection. So this is why you have to have those boxes to plug everything into. You cannot get this wrong. So this is not going to be a problem. We're going to have series or parallel problems. You'll do this, you'll see those 3 green lights. You're good to go. On each box, you'll see that. Then you'll put your box in place and then you'll just plug everything in. And you can see from here on those 6 panels, I'm getting around 509 watts is what it maxed out at. At a very hot day, these panels are right at 155 degrees. And these portable solar panels by Cygnus are probably the nicest portable solar panels that I've tested to date. The material just feels superior to anything that I've tested. I moved around on that rough concrete and it didn't scuff it at all. This feels like a high quality build. Even this smells and feels like real leather. I'm not sure if it is, but I like the fact that they took some time and put in real high quality materials to just make this look good. Now, another thing that's important is how much does this weigh? Because it's a 100-watt solar panel, it only weighs 9 pounds, making this very portable. If you get a 600-watt solar panel, you're not going to be able to pick it up. Let's just do it with a pinky. You're not going to be able to do that right there. See? That's why I like these smaller solar panels when you're going into portability. And there is an optional car charger that you can get for your Power 1000 so you can charge this in your vehicle. So you just set it in place, then you'll plug it into your cigarette lighter, connect it to your power station, and there you go. You're charging at 95 watts. And if you're on the go, you'll definitely want to consider this very nice carrying case for the Power 1000. It has a carrying handle. You can pack it around really easy. It has all the compartments that you can open up and access everything real easy. Also, here's a tip. If you want to get this tucked away, just tuck it away at the top and then zip the things back up to the top and you'll have full access to everything in the front. There is a power indicator right here and you'll just click right above that to turn the unit on. And you'll also do the same to turn it off. So that gives you access to the power button because there's not a dedicated slot that's open for that. Still, you can see everything here is completely open so you can access it to plug everything in, to switch everything, see your screen really well, turn on your AC outlets. But you don't want to forget that you need to open up the vents so you have ventilation for the unit while it's running. And here's a small demonstration of where this may become useful if you were out on a campsite and you had to set the power station on dirt, where if you had it in the bag, you still have access to everything and you heat up your water. And even with electric skillet, fry your eggs and have a good breakfast. And if you're going to have this in close proximity, you don't have to worry about the noise pollution because it runs at 23 decibels. And that's at a full charge rate at 1200 watts of input. I did a test on it and my sound meter will only read 30 decibels and above. Anything below that, it will not register. It just says low on the screen. And when I tested this in complete silence, I could not get a reading on it. This is the first time I've ever tested a power station that came in that quiet. So this thing is whisper quiet. If you're interested in learning more about the DJI Power 1000, I'll have links in the description below so you can check those out. But do me a favor, let me know what you think about DJI entering into this space of power stations. I'd like to get your thoughts on that. And if you have any questions or concerns, be sure to leave them in the comments and I'll respond as quick as possible.